So Shochik, student number S102057. We are 2nd of October 2018, and I will demonstrate effectively how to perform an accurate titration. So what you want to do beforehand is you want to rinse out all your glassware. So for example, this coat, you want to rinse it out. You want to rinse out the burette. And before performing the accurate titrations, you want to perform a rough titer in order to determine around how many centimeters cubed of NaOH you need to reach the endpoint. So we have already done that, and there is a bit of NaOH already in our burette. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a bit of it. So what you want to do while adding it is make sure the cone does not touch the lip of the burette in order to avoid contamination, and pour in enough sodium hydroxide so that it is way above the 0 mark. So what you want to do is you want to remove the cone, dry it off, and for further use you might also want to clean the tip with distilled water. It is always useful to have a waste beaker such as this so that you can place all your waste inside, and you want to place it on a dry surface so that you can use it for later. So what you want to do next is you want to grab the hydrochloric acid solution, and you want to add 3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator.
Oh, the one left. We can just share results.
Yeah, we can share results. So once you have mixed it in with the phenolphthalein indicator, you want to let out some of the sodium hydroxide into the waste beaker so that you reach an arbitrary value. So here we will let out some of the sodium hydroxide so that we reach around 0.64 centimeters cubed. So you want to note that down as your start volume, and you always want to note it to 2 decimal places. So once you have done that, place the conical flask under the burette and start the titration. If you have already done your rough titration, then you can keep in mind the rough amount of volume that you need for this. So since we have needed about roughly 13 centimeters cubed to reach the endpoint, we will sift out approximately that into the conical flask. You want to observe the color change, of course, and mix it in every time. So once we have reached around 10 centimeters cubed, we know that we are getting closer and closer to the endpoint. So you want to get to about 80% of the volume of the endpoint you have received with your rough titer, so that when you're adding the solution dropwise, it doesn't take you forever. So what you want to do is you want to start adding the solution dropwise, rinsing the tip every time. We'll go slightly down further. There we go. And at this point, you want to start adding dropwise, rinsing the tip with every drop so that all the sodium hydroxide enters the flask.
These are weird.
You get a lot of calls from.
I got 12.3. Yeah, so yeah, like that. How much was that?
Which one?
That was due on Friday.
The whole purpose of adding it dropwise and rinsing the tip is so that you make sure you have all the sodium hydroxide going into the flask.
Which would be, I think I got all of the tests as well. That's good. What are you doing?
That was a bit of a mistake. I made sure not to do this.
One mold or something. Just times it. Yeah. Cool. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Perfect endpoint.
Because you know
It took, it took ages to get that. Okay, how did you do? No, but I've actually got two concordant ones, so that's fine. Just make it
So we are starting to get close. As you can see, there's a bit of permanent color.
Oh, oh yeah.
Do you mark me on mine, or do you think I'll mark you on mine anyway? So do you mark your partner on your own?
Well, give me like 1 plus 6 and then you got to say something bad, because otherwise.
Guys, how do you do this comment? Do you write on your partner's?
Yeah.
We could probably just borrow their.
Like just empty them.
Yeah.
And then refill them.
Or you just attach the tube and be like, this tube goes there. Where's tube?
I'm just making sure. So as you can see, we are almost at the end point, so you always want to make sure to rinse it off so that, and we have effectively almost reached the end point, so you want to stir it to make sure that this is not just a temporary color change. So as you can see, the liquid has already turned pink, so we have in fact, okay. So it is still clear. So about one more drop.
Well, I had someone who like did something. I don't know what they did, but
There
last
we
year
go.
it was like 8 minutes long, their video.
So we have reached the end point, and now you want to take the reading under the meniscus over here, which we are at around 12.84 centimeters cubed.
Yeah.
Now, what you want to do after finishing this is you want to calculate the amount added from subtracting the initial volume and the final volume, and you want to repeat this accurate titer 2 more times until you achieve around 3 coherent results. Thank you very much.